Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and this is Deepak Kumar. Today we are going to discuss the question number 21, merge to sorted list. In this question, we are given two lists, list 1 and list 2, and they are sorted in ascending order. Now, what we have to do is to merge them and then sort them. So let's take an example for that. Let's say my first list is 1, 2 and 4 and my second list is 1, 2 and 3. So, upon merging and sorting them, what should be my answer? It should be 1, 1, 2, then 2, then 3, then 4. Now, now let's see. What if the numbers are different? Like 1, 2, 3 for the first list, 5, 6, and 7 for the second one. Then the list should be, then the list should be like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now, how do we achieve that? But to know that before, we should understand what the list node is actually here. List node is actually a structure defined in C++ here, which contains two values. First one is val and second is next. While val contains the value of the current node, next contains the value or the address of the next pointer node. So let's get started with the code. Here we will first declare two variables containing the header of list 1 and list 2. Now let's declare our resultant list which we will later put on to the which we will later return. Let's say list 3. Now since it's a pointer we have to initialize it. So we will just give it a dummy data for now. Now we are all set. So let's move on. Now we will check if our current is null or not. Now we will move on to compare their values. If temp1 of value the value of temp1 is greater than value of temp2, then what shall we do is to include the value of temp2 in the list node as we are sorting it in a non-decreasing order, or I should say increasing order. So, but before we will have to store the list 3 head somewhere. So now parent of next will contain our temp2 value, and then we will just increase our current, and we will also traverse for our temp2. Same goes for temp1. So I'm just gonna copy that. Now it's almost done. Now let's say, what if the pointers are like this? Since we have just cleared this one, and some of the elements of second list are still remaining. So what shall you do? We'll just check if our temp 1 or temp 2 if haven't reached the null pointer. Then we will just add them in our null pointer. And same goes with the first one. Now, as you know, we have already taken our dummy value so that we can start the list 3. We will have to remove that. And to do so, we just need to remove the value. So what I'll do is to increase the value by 1 using next, and then we will return our head, which is list 3 here. So let's run the code first. Now what will happen? I'm going for, first of all, I'm going for the second one. At while comparing, temp 1 will contain 1 and temp 2 will contain 5. Since 1 is less than 5, it will go in else condition. Here, current will store 5, then, sorry, current of next value will store 5, then current current will change its location so that it can now iterate, and we will increase the temp 2 value, temp 1 value. This will happen for 2 and 3 also. And but after that, our while loop will be broken as temp 1 will reach the null pointer. And so after that, our temp 2 hasn't reached the null pointer yet. So, and at current dot next value, temp 2 will be stored, which is the head of our list, thus giving us our resultant list, but not import. It will again contain the dummy data and its head. So we will use this line of code to remove that dummy head, and then we will return the list. So our code is complete. So our code is complete. So let's check it out. But first of all, let me correct you. I had just used value here, but it should be next as we are giving the pointers at the current value. Now, as you can see, all the lists here in the example of this list have been passed. So let's some of our own. I'm just going to add those which I had taken the example. Let's take for some random. Let's run it again. As you can see, my all test cases have been cleared. So let's submit the question. As you can see, the runtime is 0 and code is fully optimized. So thank you for this is for all for today. I hope you all have loved the question. Thank you for watching and follow us for more content. And I'll be providing the solution link in the description and in comment section. Thank you.